what, bam. What up, you suckers? Who's in there? I got to figure out how to do this again. Well, what you doing there, Lynn? I don't know if my service will be good out here again anymore. It's art one done. Barton Club. Viking. What's happening, fellas? Sun's bright out here. I can't see nothing. What y'all into today? Boy, I got up early this morning. What the heck is that? Bumgarner. He said, doing laundry before bed. Hey, buddy, I did laundry all day yesterday. Pretty much. Got the front yard mowed, the house clean framing, all the laundry caught up. I was a good little man, B. I don't have Embry to after 12 today. When after 12, I'll have her. So just watching some replays of some live. Well, I've been researching a place to fish that I'm going to this. I mean, went on Navigations and holes and where it turned shallow. Hey, Yak Shore, Ant Man, when you going fishing? Out Friday night. It won't come back till good Lord's willing, and the creeks don't rise. Yeah. I figured I would. There went service. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bing, 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 bang, bing. But it's actually where I'm going. And I'm debating, really heavily debating, whether to stay on a campground. Ant-Man, you ought to be live, brother. But I about got the boat completely ready, rearranged, and everything to where I'm, where we're going, and I'm going with a Oh my gosh. That's right. $1 for this $1 internet. This still sucks. The holes, finding videos of people that's fish there. Some more this week. The boat's ready to go. I don't know why service is acting like that. He said, "Go inside." That means I got to unhook everything. Go in. I'm an outdoors kid. If it sucks that bad, I'll just end it out. Down too. Well, see, that's another thing, Jody. I really the dam. We're up the river a long ways, south of a few rivers and creeks that come in. So I'm torn. But we but I don't know. I know if I go to the same spot that we always go, we're going. But the is from Tom Fuller down river to the well, damn. If I stay in Harriman, I could be at, or then around and get on the Caneyville or I've been down there a few times, so I know a little bit about the area as far as how to get to where I need to go. But you can get tons of black bass where you are fishing in heels and skips. Well, I've got my sabiki rigs all ready to go. I mean, I'm ready to rock. I'm gonna bring my smokes out. Oh, yeah. Pause the call. Yeah, I think some of this cloud cover we got is on its way out. The skies are blowing up. She said cast net is best. Well, we're gonna have cast net. We're gonna have sneaky rigs for skipjack. We're gonna fish for. I've got a bunch of yellow perch I'm bringing with me too that I caught the other day. So, what's up, dog? It's just the buddy that's going with me is we're just going to be just a relaxing fishing trip. Nothing, no expectations. Well, there is a little bit. We just we don't know exactly where we want to go. I know I save money if I can, and that's the main goal. Creole, what's going on, brother? And we've looked at well, I have. I don't think he's been. I ain't really told him much about where we're going or nothing like that. Just Tennessee River. I got 28 white bias in one throw and had to turn him all back loose. Can't keep them in the net. Well, if they ain't watching, they don't know. I feel that cooler up. It's just I don't know. She said I was on a live. I hear you there. Well, I probably won't be on a live, so I ain't got to worry about that. Only time I do a live is if I'm right here and I got time and I ain't got nothing else going on. There's always watching. Yeah, I know it. But I'm going to say a majority of our fishing will be done at night because of the boat traffic. That's it's Labor Day weekend. I'm going to say majority of our fishing will be at night. I mean, I'd like to get that early morning bite. Stay out and get the early morning bite. Sleep all day, and might get some evening bite, and then go eat, and then go back out at night. The weather's supposed to be absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. So I mean, it's going to be a learning curve too, going somewhere, and you know, everybody knows if you go somewhere you've never been before, the odds are it's 50-50 you catch a fish. I believe. Yeah, J-Dog will be all right. What's up, Cold Creek? I'm doing well. Hey, Cat Claws. That's a new name to me. Yeah, that's the reason I would say we'll fish late at night. I ain't worried about fishing during the day that much. It's just I know it won't be that feasible. And the only thing you got to watch for night if you go up one of them little rivers, it's like the Licking River. They ain't very wide, and there are barges that come up and down. But I was told also that there's a lot of big houseboats that travel up and down, big yachts, and so I don't know. It's just hey, we're gonna do it anyway. So what the heck? But it's gonna be fun. It's always fun when you're in the boat. Chicka wow wow, chicka chicka wow wow. Probably messing up doing this because it said something about how it won't All right, I should be back. Just give me 1 second to grab my coffee. Dang it, boys and girlies. Why is it dogs are barking like that? I hear the dogs are barking, Jay. Dog. Patty, wagon. We're live. All right, J-Dog, come up and tell me about why it's called the King Licking. It's copied. And this is pasted. And there it is. I think that's it. If I'm not wrong, which I'm very rarely wrong. I'm not always right, but I'm not always wrong. Well, looky here. It's the killer himself, Squirtus. Maybe I can turn on the TV and I can see chat and I don't have to look over at that. Let's see here. I go here and I probably have to mute this thing. Doritos Black. Hey, there's Lee Evans. He's live, that bastard. It's muted up there, so the chat should come rolling up here in a second. What the heck is going on there? I don't see chat on TV yet. I watch myself. I crack myself up sometimes. So I don't like being serious, dog. I like having fun, but sometimes it has to be. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen J-Dog really serious. Well, come on up here, J-Dog. Click that linky link and tell me all about what happened. I was busy yesterday doing all kinds of crapola. I got to watch a little bit at the beginning, and I came in and said hello, and nobody said hello back, so I went and mowed my yard. I felt like a little fish in a big pond. Oh, Lord, children, now I'm comfortable. Oh, we got. You can change that emoji thing you got up there.
What's wrong with it?
It's got some big ugly motherfucker on it.
What you want, sucker?
Well, tell me about yesterday. How many did you catch? What was the biggest one?
Oh, we didn't catch anything big. We just caught 19 of them.
No, just 19. You did well, man. You did well.
I'm proud I finally got to clip Creo once. Finally.
Didn't somebody catch a big fish yesterday?
Yeah, Gabe got a 71, I think it was. Usually that's awesome, but not when he's against me.
Because I think I came in, I don't know, I was coming in from mowing to get a bottle of water or something, and it was still on the screen going, TV. And I seen somebody was talking about nice fish, nice big fish, and I didn't go back. And I ain't done nothing this morning other than research where I'm going to go this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We had fun.
That's all that matters, man.
We all, before the show, sat me at back screen or backstage, whatever it's called, and told everybody, we don't want this to be competition. We want this, be for KP. Let everybody have fun and enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Typical, my river completely destroyed it all the way up to 11:30, and it shut off pretty much. We had them beat for like 200 something pounds, and they didn't really have much. And then the last hour, man, they just do what they do, start pumping out a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But luckily, we still won by 40 something pounds.
Yeah, it was windy here too, Curtis.
Yeah, the wind was coming like 13 miles an hour straight up the Licking River. When you got your trolling motor on 4 and you're still running 0.5 backwards, it's it's not good.
Yeah. Look, lady says J Dog would have been way more weight if he used a scale at work.
Yeah, my scale, I'm gonna blame it on Steve Mosley. The batteries was almost dead, and I'd pick it up and it'd weigh 3, and then the fish would shake and it'd go up to 6, and then it'd go back down to 3, and hell, I weighed 15 fish before I finally got another scale from Chad.
I know, Art. It's bad. It's a bad deal, man. I mean, somebody
Yeah,
grow in love on.
yeah, Creole and them, they was, their bite don't pick up till mine stops. I mean, we've already come to this conclusion, but we did a moment of silence for KP, and the second that was over, Creole and Parker just started busting out the fish. I said, "You gotta be kidding me." We see whose fan he is.
Did Curtis and them fish too?
I don't. They fished over the weekend, but not on the live with us.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. I'm proud of that little tiny river. It outfished the Mississippi.
Well, it's got its moments. I do know that.
It don't have big. Well, it's got big fish, but not a lot. But it has a lot of fish when they have. When they're biting. When they're biting, that's 40 fish in 2 trips I got down there. I think we did between me and Chad. Huh?
I said I know how to stop that though.
The current?
No, the fish biting up there.
What's that?
I just show up.
Oh. Hey, Sammy made fun of you yesterday. Did you hear him?
Uh-uh.
I don't remember what somebody was saying. They talking about outfishing you or something like that. Sammy was like, "Whoa, whoa!" He said, "Don't be bragging about that now. That don't take much."
Oh well, that old bastard! You wait till I see him again.
But then he's like, "I'm just kidding. He come out here a couple weeks ago and he outfished me. I ain't gonna lie."
Well, blind dog finds a bone every now and then.
It was funny. He's like, "Whoa, whoa! Don't be bragging about that. That don't take much now."
Well, I tell you what, though, my name was mentioned more yesterday than it has been in 6 months.
Did you watch the showdown last night?
Late showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up
Yep.
this morning. That's the first thing I done.
Yep. Me and you both was mentioning that a few times.
Yeah, and I was like, well, keep my name out y'all's mouth. I ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to get subscribers. I just want to come on and talk to my buddies.
Where's Emmy?
They got a funeral to go to today, and so they took off work. One of Dalton's best friends. He got killed well, he had a bad. He was on that golf cart wreck last weekend. And they kept thinking he was going to make it, and he was going to make it, but he was considered brain dead when they took him in. But they done a pain test, I guess, where they stick needles and stuff in them in certain areas. And when they did, he reacted to it. So they could not legally consider him brain dead if he had a reaction.
Right.
So then they done what this thing called a flow test, where they do EKGs, I don't know, all kinds of stuff at one time to see if he's getting blood flow to the brain. And he wouldn't. So that's when they can legally say, so they unplugged him, and the next day they gave his family that night with him, and then they unplugged him the next day and he passed away. 26 years old.
Crazy. Yeah, the guy who bought the dog pound off of me, he just passed away.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that now.
Art, I haven't heard anything. I mean,
It's just funny how Creole wasn't doing really nothing yesterday, him or Parker, until they had that moment of silence for KP.
Art, you ain't seen the crazy showdown that happened last night between two YouTubers?
I'll send you the link later, Art. It was
When it first comes on, I was glued to the TV, boy. Man, I mean, I've been pretty pissed off at people and stuff on here, but I ain't, I ain't gonna make it public.
I thought, man, I'm gonna have to call up Lee. Me and him gonna have to pull this one off.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see if we can one up them.
Hey,
That's a hard one to beat there, though.
yeah, that I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can call you what he called.
That right there was straight from each other's souls. Both of them was. You could tell that was. Yeah, that was crazy.
But J-Dog, when I used to do my lives every morning, we knew this was going to eventually happen at some point. I did. Just the way it was going. And that's been almost a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Elliot, good morning. Oh yeah, they was fishing all right, Art.
It was fishing for an ass whooping. Somebody was.
Somebody was. I think they caught one if they ever get out in public.
Well, I get it. Everybody gets mad, but I don't think yesterday was the day that should have been. But everybody has their breaking points.
Yeah. You should have just done like I do, just back out of YouTube and just take a hiatus. Not a hiatus, or a hiatus. And just, gather your shit back up and come back in with love and peace in your heart.
All right. Lisa, did you get your shirt yet?
No, I sure didn't.
No, Lisa ordered one of my shirts from Real Time's Teesprings account.
Oh, I didn't know that was even available.
Yeah, John Parker's got them. That's my new ones too. No, only one person's got it, and that's Martin. That's my new logo that he made for me. I just never made stickers. I like it way better than the old one.
She said, not yet. I'm stalking the mail, though. You stand out there and wait on the mailman, he'll liable to just drive by with his hand out, pow, slap you on the cheek. I know mine would. She's a mean lady. My YouTube on TV is about 10 seconds slower than what that's weird.
See, that's what I did when me and Norm, we had our problem years ago. He got on there and started, making the video, run his mouth, and then after it went over, I called him and went that one, that route instead of putting it out there on YouTube.
Yeah. J-Dog, that's, they're like, people are like buttholes. Everybody's got an opinion, and
some just stinkier than others.
Yep. Well, there's Mr. Reed. How you doing, Mr. Reed?
Yeah, like Lou said, yeah. Me and him, we're gonna go out of here soon. He's pushing me to my limit there, Lee.
But we're gonna start a what's that OnlyFans page for that shit though.
Me and Uncle Lou, we're gonna battle it out. He's pushing me to my limits. I don't know how much more I can take. I'm gonna have to call him out, try and come up on my live so we can have it out.
That's right, Lou. That's the best thing to do. Just let bygones be bygones and move on.
Yep.
You don't have to. People don't have to associate with others if they don't want to. But if you see them out in public or in chats or whatever, however it may be, you let the past be the past. Unless you're Curtis. I would not let nobody call me Squirtus and get away with it.
That's a fact.
Nah, but I'm getting ready to go down to my annual.
We're going down to your anal?
Yeah, my annual fishing trip. We'll see if I can pull out some corn and blowing grinds or anything.
I can't believe you're going down on Labor Day. Holy cow, you got nerve.
Well, that's the reason I'm going to go down at night. Fish mostly at night. I mean, we'll be all right then because I've been down there and been holidays, and during the day it is kind of I-75ish. But fish at night when it's cooler. Matt, it's you, buddy. Just hang on to your toilet seat.
He said, "Whose league going down on?"
That's why
That's how much money you got.
You know what a blumpkin is, Matt? Google that, blumpkin.
I know his buddy Doug.
You know that dude drove 3.5 hours yesterday. You know that boat I sent you a picture of?
Uh-huh.
I also sent it to him. He drove 3.5, and I told him he said, yeah, when I first sent it to him, he's like, yeah, he said, but that's a long way off. And I said, yeah, that's up near J-Dog. I said, J-Dog will probably go buy that price. And it went, I don't know, the next morning, I believe that was Saturday, I think. And the next morning, he called me up and he said, guess where I'm at? And I said, where? He said, I'm headed to get that boat. But he did talk the guy down to $1,000.
All right.
The motor's worth that.
I've got 7 boats. I don't need any more.
And then yesterday, during that pouring down rain, I heard the horn blow and I looked out and he was sitting out there in the driveway with it. Still going home, he drove it all the way to Brea, 16 miles past his house to show me the boat. I was like, well, that's right, Lou. Where are you going? He said, y'all have a great time. Where are you going?
Yeah, really. Okay. Oh, man. I tell you what, man, I was wore out after yesterday.
What time did y'all even get started?
7 o'clock. Just that wind, man. That wind takes it out of you.
Yeah.
And then fighting that trolling motor, we, like Hook said on Hog Lake this morning, we just basically zigzagged down the Licking River because the wind just kept blowing us from side to side.
Did he fish the Licking River too?
Me, Chad, and Chris all fished it. Hell, I think we got over 40 fish between the 3 boats out of there.
That's
The
nice.
Licking. And I only had 4 poles. Sammy was on the other side, and he would reel his up and just never look at him again half the time. So he was pretty much useless to have on there. I think I'm gonna do me live. I'm gonna call Jody out like that for being mean to me all the time.
No name calling.
Like, okay, I'm gonna do a live like that and call out a person in Tennessee that fishes Watts Bar that's always mean to me.
Yeah, I started not to go live, and I said I ain't got Emmy, and my chores are already done. Just
I don't know why you ain't fishing.
well, I don't. You have to drive so far now.
Well, Limdale ain't that far.
There ain't nothing hiding down there but bait. I went down there the other day and caught 14 yellow perch, 2 of them hybrid white bass. Well, that's what I call them anyway. They're like stripers, but and took a couple of bluegill, and then that storm started rolling in. I bailed ass and come on home.
She said, "I say it right now."
So I say it to your face mouth.
Actually, she's been nice to me lately. I've been putting out Team Jody.
It was Ashley Brady and Miss Uptown Chrissy Brown. Good morning.
Hi, Christy.
King J Dog. Boy, she's fishing for something. Watch your back today.
Yeah.
Said art, One Ton Farting Club.
Oh man. Oh man, I feel like I just got out of prison. I'm a free man. Mason just went back to school.
Hey, I know it. Leona's back to school. And I don't think I actually have Embry the rest of the week either.
Hmm.
To be honest with you, there's MI6.
She said my nose grew a little when I wrote that. that lasted all of 2 seconds.
MI6.
Well, we know what you're talking about. Their size matters.
Boy, that was a fine, fine cup of coffee. Ashley Brady, good morning. Oh, man.
Hey, check this out. The Veterans Tournament was on Saturday, and then the call out was on Sunday. Both of them was on Mike Greenwell's channels. Guess how many pounds of fish was caught on them 2 days?
Who knows? A lot.
We was like 40 pounds shy of 1,000 pounds of fish in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that much.
Yep, like 956 or 950 pounds or something like that in 2 days of fishing. There's a lot of people catching a lot of fish.
Shoot, I plan on catching that this Saturday.
You ever heard that little expression, plans change? There's Buggy.
Bugman.
I forgot I don't talk to Buggy. He's dead to me now. He's a trader. He's a hooks and hammocks fan.
Yeah, I seen him on Chris's boat.
Yep.
I seen every time he'd get over that corner and check that rod, I thought that boat was going to flip over. Yeah, Chris did him dirty. Chris didn't let him catch no fish, and then the next day, Chris goes there and slays him. No.
That's fishing.
Oh, I know that. You know that.
It couldn't go into the licking, or he would have caught fish because Buggy didn't have a Kentucky license.
He said, "Oh no, you don't, pal. You did not ask me to fish, you trader. What's he trading on? Is it trading?"
Yeah, well, that's trading on. I didn't go out with another YouTuber.
Well, I will say this. Chris's partner was a little bit better looking than your partner, so I'd have chose Chris too.
Hey, you got a problem with Tim Cat?
He said, "Wait, Leo, would you talk about me making a boat lean?" Bug, you driving. Quit texting. We know old people can't drive and text.
Oh, man.
It's supposed to be good weather the rest of the week. I think all week. It's supposed to be in just the mid-80s.
I think I got to take River Lunacy out Wednesday. He asked me to take him out.
Mr. Eric, the Reverend B.
I may be live Wednesday.
He's been catching a lot of fish. I've been trying to watch his videos because I pretty much know what the bank looks like up and down through there for probably a mile each direction now.
Well,
and I ain't seen nothing where he's at.
he's like all these other big wigs. If he don't catch fish, he don't do a video. He fishes a lot,
but you know, I've been watching most of these big guys fish. You know, they do put out a couple videos a week, but when you can stretch out a 20-minute video with 4 fish, you know, on video, then you know you've got videos, but it ain't what y'all been doing. You know, 19 fish.
I'm not saying that to be mean. I mean, he'll tell you, you know, if I don't catch fish, I'm not making a video or going live or you know, nothing like that. And I tell him, like, you're not going to grow that way. I mean, people want to see all of it.
Yeah.
Don't try to suck up now, Buggy. You need to send in your new application to be back on my boat. You got to start from the beginning now.
2023, 2024 application to be on, you know, the pound, dog pound number 2.
I don't even have that. That boat ain't even named. Never.
I wrote a name on the back of it.
I never even looked for that.
I took a marker and wrote a name on the back of it. Little bitty one.
I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to put my shoes on. I'm going to walk down right now and see what it is. And I'm going to tell everybody on the screen what you put on my boat. We're going to see what kind of friend I got here. Yeah, you better hope you didn't write nothing bad.
No, I didn't write nothing bad.
Yeah, that's right, Curtis. That pontoon boat I got him. First trip out, bam, PB. So he broke that one in right.
Congratulations, Mr. Squirtus, the Curtis.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was, I want to say in the 20s, 20, I don't remember what it was. I bought a little bass boat, the Blue Waffle. I bought a little bass boat a couple days ago for $200.
You'll turn that over for about 5,000.
It's got an 80-horse Mariner on it.
22.50. Nice job, Curtis.
Okay, we're walking around. Is it on the tune or is it on the body?
On the tune in the back on the side. Oh, well, on the back. I don't know. It might have washed out by now.
I ain't used it. This poor thing just sitting here going to waste. I don't see it anywhere.
It was little bitty, right?
Huh?
It was little.
It must have been really little.
No, it wasn't that little. It was about, you know, inch tall and 3 inches long. Ask Curtis what that size is.
Well, it must have washed off sitting here because I don't see it nowhere. On the tune itself.
Oh, hang on. I hear a noise. I don't know what it is. I got to figure out what it is. Oh, shit. That's the depot alarm. If there's a leak. That is wild. They don't even sound that. It's an emergency. I guess I'll just sit here and wait for the big wave to come by and just wipe us out.
That boat right there. $200. Look at that motor. That motor is worth a pretty good penny.
Yeah.
I think about just sliding the boat off at the dump and selling the trailer for $200, get my money back, and then make money on that.
What size is that? A 40?
No, that's an 80.
Oh man, I know somebody to probably buy it if it runs.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, there's still a wasp in there. Is it? Did you do it on this part right here? On this side or the other side?
Hang on, you're behind. I'm behind on the screen. It was on the back, on the wall, the side, the wall.
Up here?
Yeah.
Like right here.
Yeah, one of them. Right. It was right at the back of the boat.
We checked the other side.
Pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was the other side.
Let's say they on this side.
No, it was on the back.
Oh, there's my rod holders. Oh. I think
it's
crazy.
Washed off. Because there was a marker laying there, and I picked it up and wrote it on there.
Yeah. There ain't nothing on here.
It's right there somewhere.
You crazy as hell.
I swear, I wrote dog pound double XL, double D.
But it ain't on here no more.
Oh, sorry. Well, now we know.
What do you know?
Somebody sent me a message and wanted to come up and be incognito, but they left their icon up. They changed their name and everything, but their big icons up there. That sounds like something I would do.
Yep, my new rod holders just showed up. Oh man.
I see you now. I took a picture of that boat yesterday that was up there by the dollar store. I finally felt like I was creeping across the street. Took a picture. If I can figure out how to find my picture in there. There it is. I just sent it to you. Well, come on back up, sir. I'll add you to the stream.
Yeah, I see that one up there all the time. I've been wanting to ask about it when I down that way, but it looks like I don't know if they use it or not.
No, it ain't been moved, and I know at least I don't know a long time. He's got an old fiberglass tri-hull sitting out in behind it, and it's sitting there too. But I think the transom on it's bad. But I finally seen that guy out on the porch. I've never really seen anybody there every time I've ever went by there. And finally I seen him out on the porch the other day, and he was about 5'4", about 400 pounds, and had a shirt on that was extra small.
Something Stop and ask him about the boat.
I was scared to. There's Miss Alicia. How you doing? If I missed the bird's nest, nobody calls him that no more, do
Nah, just me.
they?
So
No.
who's coming up here?
Well, if he'll click the link back.
Hey, Alicia.
All
Hey, I
right.
think we got like 4 or 5 PBs the night that her and Polar Bear was here. We did pretty good that day.
Good deal. Good
Yeah.
deal. Ernie said, "Are you gonna be leaving today? He's gonna sneak in there and get that motor." Uh, he said, "Quite a few call me bird's nest." I remember that first day he came in there. Well,
Yeah, first day he showed up, that's what I called him.
yeah. Shirley T, good morning. 10 after 10 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time, God's time. Blue.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Ernie and Eric needs this motor. Mariner's my favorite motor. I'd pick them over anything.
Eric's out fishing. Who's that now?
Who's up? Oh, that's Eric. He changed his name like 500 times this week or in the last week.
He said, "I didn't have a bird's nest. I had an eagle's nest on Saturday." You just need to practice with them bait casters, buddy. Son, you should have seen Emmy on that big bounce house going down that slide, J-Do.
Oh, I bet.
Son, I tell you what, that little girl ain't got no fear.
That's the problem with them. Some of them don't.
He said Eric's out fishing. Well, what about Curtis? You just leave him hanging?
What is it? I was trying to read a text that just came through.
So my name has always been Eric.
Well, first it's Super Smurf Eric, then it's Fat Boy Eric, then it's the Brothers of Destruction, then it's Eric out fishing.
He said Eric's out fishing, Curtis is out catching. Got him.
If you ever need new rod holders there, Leroy, go look at Hills Rod Holders.
Hills.
Hills. Hills. You can get the rod holder and the base for $10. And they're
Yep.
one piece.
I'm gonna look them up right now.
You can get 12 of them delivered to your house for $133. But that bases and the whole shebang.
Hills rod holders bargains. That's right up my alley when it says bargain.
Mine just showed up. I don't even need them. I just bought them because they're cheap.
Does it make a difference though on the degree of the rod holder?
Well, yeah, it just depends on how much angle of your rod you want. If you like your rods straight up, or if you like them down further. Or,
Man, he got those 12-inch T-bars for $45 and 2 rod holders on it. 18-inch adjustable T-bar with 3 rod holders, $80. Dang, you can't beat that.
Unfortunately, they're probably going to do like Ancient Mariner did. I share them out so I get people using them and then jack the price up.
18-inch T-bars with half-inch stainless steel posts and 4 rod holders. Oh, it's crappie. Rod holder. Well, half-inch steel, days. I don't know many catfish that can bend half-inch steel.
No. Half inch. I mean, that's what monsters are, a half inch.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to save it. How do I do that? Dang it, I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
So who's supposed to come up with it? They change their mind?
Ernie.
Ernie?
He had a name Shaggy and he forgot and left his his avatar up there. I've done that before myself. Catfish and Dreams, Brandon.
Look here, these are their new product. They just, let me get out of this chat.
He's wanting to twerk for us.
Can you see that? It's got 2 different angles to it.
Yeah.
You could have it where it suspends or where it you can have it up in the air. And this is all one piece. There's no welds to it.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So we know what them welds will do.
Yep. Like I said, you get this and your base for $10. These are the first time I've got these. So. The other ones, I like them, but I don't because they're one angle or one position, however you want to look at it.
I like to see the guy that's bending that steel like that.
I do it with my hand. Are you crazy?
See.
Yeah, Matt, that's what I said. For $133, you can get 12 of them. The rod holders and the bases, the whole shebang, shipped to your door for $133.
Well, right now on this bargain site, well, I guess it's shipping though, ain't it? It's $100 in shipping. 12 fishing rod holders, coated, 0 degree to 3-inch stems, 2 screw base, real fisherman, $100.
They got all different kinds.
Let's see if I add it to the cart. It's regular 125. Let's see what shipping's going to cost me. So I'll sell it to you for $6, but I'll charge you $300 for shipping.
No, I just
Oh, I know.
I just had all that stuff shipped to me. It was like $8 or whatever they charge. I was looking for my rod holders, my other ones, but I heard Mason say that the boat's got new rod holders in the back, so I know where to go look.
I don't know. I think that includes shipping. Boy, for $100, that'd be worth it. Well, as long as it bends, Brandon, that gives you time to get up there and grab it. You just don't want that weld to break and you go gone.
What in the world is Jody talking about? Is she behind? She must be way behind.
Stupid phone.
Here is the.
Gosh, Jody.
Here's the other. They're one piece. Yeah, these are the regular ones that. Hold on. These are the ones that I use on my other boat. They're one piece, so you don't have to worry about nothing breaking. Hey, Lee, you know what that is?
That's a Johnson 175.
A Big Johnson.
A Big Johnson. I don't think I've ever heard them words put together in my presence.
Tell me how many people in chat seen one of them attached to a boat motor.
What is that?
It's a trolling motor. That's mounted to the boat motor. Yep.
And
All you gotta do is there's switches up on the dash. You can turn it on and adjust your speed and use your steering wheel to turn it.
Well, that is BAA bad.
Uh-huh.
Do you use it like
Huh?
Do you use it like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that stays on there.
Well, what's happening, fellas?
Well. How do I get the honor of this today?
Because I showed my Big Johnson, and he wanted to be up here with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I wanted to come talk to the Licking King himself, Mr. J-Dog.
That's a weird name.
I know, right? It's true, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 No, y'all put on one hell of a show yesterday. I was very happy to be a part of it. Let me tell you, and actually very very proud of you, J-Dog. Very very proud of you, of all y'all that y'all got up there and pretty much showed us how it's done. So hell yeah, I was happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's why I say I can't keep up with weight on people, but I can keep up with numbers when I really try.
Oh yeah, well y'all caught a hell of a lot of fish, and it was pretty much steady all throughout the morning, except right there towards the end.
That's the way it goes.
Caught fish all day.
Yep. That's the way it always goes. Once those boats start coming out, the fish just get lockjaw almost.
And then ours do just the opposite. I guess my fish like to sleep late. That's about all I can figure. Kind of like me.
All right. Yes, I like Brandon's comment. Licking King and Big Johnson should not be mentioned in the same sentence.
I from now on, I think it should for a while. I really do. The Licking King and his Big Johnson. I like it. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, Sunday will be a different story. I can promise you, which I knew it would. I knew we can't keep up with big fish with you guys. Ohio just don't have it like that. What we caught yesterday is pretty much average what we catch religiously.
Well, but I mean, you can't really say y'all didn't catch any dinks. I mean, it was still some good fish. You know, it's not like y'all sat there and caught a bunch of dinks. It was still some nice fish.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them was teeners or teens.
Yeah.
But that's all we catch. I mean, that's what we're used to.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I take that all day long.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would rather have a lot of fish over big fish. I mean, I've always been that way. I've always said that.
Yeah, and I'm the type of guy. I'm actually just the opposite. If I catch one fish, but it's a really big one, I'm happy. That's the way I like to fish.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like every time you're with me, you do.
Yeah, you bring out the best in me, J-Dog. What can I say?
I don't get it because I'm not even nothing to worry about.
Hey,
it seems like every time I'm there, you got to do something like that.
Well, but hey, I could say the same thing for you, though. It seems like every time I'm there, it brings out the best in you, and you have some of your best days you've ever had when I'm fishing.
Go get a damn room. Damn.
Hey,
Well, that's
hey,
because I
hey,
have to up my game to get to you. I don't understand why you got to up yours for me.
Lee. Just because it's your show, don't mean you can tell us what to do. But I think J Dog, I think we're even now, aren't we?
Well, we had the couples showdown, but that don't count as far as me and you. But yeah, me and you are tied now.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you count every time we've ever fished together on screen, I would bet you we're pretty even about who caught more than who.
When we did the couple showdown, we had you beat to the last hour, I believe, and then that's when you and Laura just turned on the turbo and went around us.
Yeah, because I got desperate and I started suspend drifting, which I never do. I never do that.
It's sad that we got to catch 15, 20 fish to equal up to your and Parker's too.
Well, hey, I keep, and actually, if you remember, you still one of these days need to come down here and come fish this and come see it for yourself. Then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, we will. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
that's a lot of money.
when
There's a
things
big
get
difference in driving 4 or 5 hours than it is 15, 16 hours.
it's probably, I know I'm 12 hours from Louisville, Kentucky, so it's got to be about that far.
I think when I looked it up, it was 14 or 15 hours to you.
Wow, that's a long way.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, we had a good time. I just think it was so amazing that, like I said, we did our moment of silence for KP and started, talking about him a little bit. And I mean, within 30 seconds of me making that joke about him being for the Blues Crew, everybody's rods started going down on both sides.
Hey, not everybody's.
Well, close, close. I mean, I doubled up. Jerry caught one. Chris and Telly caught one, and I think somebody else hooked one right about that time too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
I honestly think yesterday was probably one of the best live streams this year, in my opinion.
The way it ended was so cool because it was looking like it was going to be a blowout for a while, and then right at the end, Jerry and I both we managed to get on a couple of fish right there, and it kind of made it a nail biter because we started kind of catching up and making it a good show.
Yeah. Well, for you, it made my butt pucker for the last hour.
Well, now you know how I felt the last time I fished against you. I felt the same way. I'm like, damn, he's hot on my heels.
Yeah, 'cause you'd catch a fish, I'd catch a fish. You'd get the
Yeah.
lead, I'd get the lead. You get the lead, I get the lead. It was all day until the boats come out. And
For at least 2 hours, I think we were in, yeah, because remember on that one we did total length, not total weight. I think for 2 hours straight, we were within like a foot of each other.
yeah, we wasn't far.
Yeah, that was an awesome one too. That was definitely a highlight. I like that one.
Yeah. It's all in fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's got to be.
It
I mean, honestly, like after the day I had yesterday, especially with Gabe catching that 71, the winning or losing part didn't even matter to me at that point. After catching that big fish, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm happy now. I'm good. In fact,
I
as of now, that is the second biggest fish that we ever have caught ever in that river. There's only one fish we've ever caught that's bigger than that 71 we caught yesterday, and that's that 76 that my brother caught with us before we even started the YouTube channel.
Oh, so that right there tells the story, J-Dog. It's somebody else catching the fish. It ain't actually him.
So what he's saying is he's on the greatest river in the world and can barely catch a fish as big as my wife's on the crappiest river in the world. Okay, I got it.
I ain't heard him say he caught no 70.
If he's on the boat, he called it. That's the way. I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Well,
His boat.
yeah, I'll let everybody else grab the rods. Like the only fish I caught all weekend between both tournaments was one little 9-pound blue. That's the only fish I myself caught. Because I let, of course, Saturday, I let Brian Big Wrench, he pulled in everything we caught. He was done. I mean, wore out by the time I got him back to the ramp. And then yesterday, I let Dad and Gabe do most of the fish catching. I just pulled in that one. And that was just to get the rod out of the way so Gabe could pull in that big one. Because we knew it was real big whenever he smoked that rod. So I just wanted to get that little one out of the way.
Yeah, that couldn't have happened on a better live though.
Oh, it's just the way it all worked out really made for an awesome show. It really did.
And I loved it when Greenwell's like, I've never wanted to see a shark so much in my life, and it was a shark.
And it was a damn shark, and it was a big one too. He was about 3.5 foot.
Mm.
Yeah, and when I saw that shark, I knew. I said, well, that's it. We're not gonna catch another blue right here, because once the sharks show up, they kind of run the blues out. Like you're not gonna catch another one. So I said, well, yeah, we're done. And there was no time left to move. I wasn't gonna even bother with it. So I said, we're good. We'll just stay right here.
Yeah, Danny's like, well, can you imagine what happened if he showed up an hour earlier? I'd think the same thing because you didn't start catching anything until late. So I don't think being there earlier would have helped you any.
No, I don't think so, because I didn't mark many fish there. I marked that big one, and I marked a couple of small ones. I showed up and caught what was at that spot. Being there an hour earlier wouldn't have made a difference. The only difference anything would have made is if I'd have just moved out of the first spot sooner. But I don't. In the end, it wouldn't have really made a difference. It was a little bit of a slow bite. We just had to bounce around and find some active fish. That's all. It wouldn't have made a difference. Because I started out yesterday at the same spot that I fished all day Saturday. I marked fish, but I guess I sore lipped them all because they were like, nope, we ain't falling for that shit again. Nope, we ain't biting these baits.
Pretty much 1,000 pounds of fish in 2 days. That's badass. I don't care where you're at.
And what's great is everybody, for the most part, caught fish. It wasn't just
Sorry,
just
Richard.
1 or 2 boats.
Yeah, Richard, hold your ears for a minute.
Oh, poor Richard.
I felt sorry for him.
But it's a very on and off thing. And look, it was like that for me yesterday. How many times did I move till I finally found a couple of active fish that I could catch? I mean, look, that's how it is sometimes.
Hey, right. Do you think that hurricane that's coming down there will push that river, salt up the river, and make
No. It would take a storm of epic proportions to even attempt to do something like that. I mean, there already is a wedge of salt water coming up that river right now. That's why we have the sharks and other stuff like that are hanging around.
Yeah. I just thought it'd be like tidal, almost like a tidal situation where the storm would be a surge up the river and push salt water up in there.
Maybe if you go way further south than me, maybe around like maybe New Orleans, maybe a little bit, but I live too far north of that to really see any effect from any of that. The weather system itself affects way more, like the low pressure and all that has way more of effect than anything else.
I want to know when you're gonna grab one of them by the jaw and throw it up on your shoulder like you do a catfish, so we can see.
When you can go outside and put a snowball and it lasts all day. That's when you'll see that happen. No. I don't like catching those sharks. I don't like messing with them. Luckily Saturday, Brian actually has more experience catching sharks than I do because he's gone surf fishing and caught that. He actually taught me a couple of tricks about how to deal with them. I don't like messing with them. I don't like messing with them. I know people like to see it on the live stream, but I don't like messing with them. And it means that they have run the catfish out. To me, it's bad news.
I mean, if you don't have a steel leader, I don't see how y'all even get them in.
Well, those big circle hooks I use, they still hook them in the corner of the mouth just like a catfish, but their skin is really rough, and they'll rub that leader and they'll end up cutting it. That's why you got to watch when you get them close to the boat. When they start thrashing around, that's when they'll cut the leader right by the hook. I had one do that to me Saturday, and then the one yesterday did that to me because they cut the hook right off. And that's 150-pound leader. That stuff looks like weed eater string.
So what we're accomplished here today is I've got a big Johnson and you got a big leader.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that.
Boy, he stopped on that, didn't he?
I couldn't come up with a good response. I wasn't quick enough.
To be honest with you, probably ain't a response to that.
No, there's not. That's why I couldn't think of one. That's why I couldn't think of one. It'll be all right.
You gotta be quick if you're gonna hang out with me.
Did Parker catch any big fishes?
He caught, was it a
34, wasn't it?
Yesterday? 34, 36 yesterday, something like that. They caught a couple of nice fish. They caught a bunch that were, let's say, between 20 and 40.
Nice.
Yeah, they did good. They were bumping. They caught, I don't know, 5 or 6 bumping.
Yeah, that was the first time bumping too.
Yeah. Oh, he's addicted now. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, I bet.
That bumping, man, it changes your life. I'm telling you, it really does.
I've got a brand new Uncle Lou bumping rod that's never been out of plastic sitting here. I've had it for 2 years.
Oh, you need to take that thing for a test drive. As of right now, that Uncle Lou bumping rod is my favorite one that I have, and I've tested, I think, 5 different brands of bumping rod now, and the Uncle Lou is still my favorite one out of all of them.
Well, it's the prototype or whatever they call it, like the one they send you to try out.
Oh yeah,
And
I got you.
I forgot what they call them, but it means a lot that he sent. It means a lot that he sent me. I think he only got 5 or 6, and it just means a lot that he sent me one, and I don't want to tear it up.
Yeah, you got the demo model.
Yeah, sample rod. That's what it's called.
Sample rod. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, the one I have, I know it's one of his early ones because that was a prize when I won Winter Blues a couple of years ago. I've had that Uncle Lou bumping rod for quite a while now. It's caught me a lot of fish, and like I said, in fact, I even did a review video for Thomas and Sharina on different brands of bumping rods, and shoot, that Uncle Lou rod is the one that won. Let's say is the one that was the better of all the other brands I tested. So that says a lot.
Right. It's just like I said. It's just the meaning of behind the pole. That's it.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, he could have sent that to a lot of different people that would do it justice.
Oh, mine's got blood and guts all over it, and it's half fade. In fact, it's yellow on one side and orange on the other because where it sits in my boat, the sun hits it sometimes.
That's every rod I own.
But it's got some miles on it. It just keeps on ticking.
That's why we got 7 brand new ones in the house, and Tara hollers at me constantly because we don't use them. It's like, they're so pretty. I don't want to screw them up.
I know. I'm the same way. I got a couple of rods that it hurts my feelings a little to get them all dirty. But you know what? I ain't spending that much money on something and not use it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I've got all kinds of different brands. I've got one of just about everything that everybody makes, and depending on what I'm doing, depending on what comes with me, I don't bring them all the time. Like that custom rod that Cliff Flores did for me. It was out on the boat yesterday, getting all full of blood and everything. Oh well, it's gonna get used.
Right.
What do you think about them new graphite rods?
What's that?
Those new graphite rods.
The only graphite rod I have, anchoring rod, is I have a Hellcat. I have a Hellcat Patriot, medium heavy. And I have one of Freddie's rods too. Forgot about that one. I mean the
Ready.
graphite rods are good. For what we do, the bigger glass blanks just tend to hold up, and they tend to do a little better.
Yeah, but I need to start bumping. Now that I learned how to suspend direct and I know how to do the boat control, I should be able to do it no problem.
It just takes some practice. That's all. Just get you plenty of lead sinkers ready, because you're gonna lose some stuff. Before you really learn, you're gonna lose some crap.
Well, I mean, we lost like $100 worth of tackle and our second time out suspend drifting when Tara did the women's tournament and won it.
Oh yeah.
Man, I was down to like 2 sinkers left. I was like, God Almighty, this sucks.
Yeah, my best piece of advice for you to learn to bump is don't be afraid to use a little heavier weight and keep your rig a little closer to the boat than what some of us might do. It'll help you get a feel for the bottom, and it'll help you not lose quite as much tackle while you're learning. As you get a feel for it, then you can use a little lighter weights and let that rig walk out in front of you a little further. But keep it closer to you in the beginning until you get a good feel for it.
Right.
Hey, when y'all are out fishing, have y'all noticed a trend in your rods of you'll start catching fish on one rod and majority of your fish will come off that same rod every time that day?
I think that's just coincidence, but yes, that happens a lot.
For me, well, I know the reason why that happens is because it's not necessarily the rod, because all my rigs are exactly the same. I tie all my rigs the same. For me, it's because I have them weighted different, because I want different rods in different places. And it ends up that it's not that rod that's catching all the fish, but it's the rod in that position, because that's the one that's on the fish. That's how it is for me, because every rod stays where I want it because I have them weighted different and things like that. But that's definitely how it is for me.
I noticed several times that if I've been to the Ohio or I've even been on our little Lake Wheelgreen, certain rods at certain angles out, I guess, you start catching fish, and then I try to make them all go that side. It's still that same rod to catch fish.
It's always something subtle. It could be something as maybe that rig has either a little longer, a little shorter leader, and maybe the fish like that. It's just casted in the right spot. If you're dragging, then the action of the rod actually does make a difference on how the rig drags. That could be a little different. It's something subtle that
thought about that.
The fish are biting it. Yeah. Now when you're anchored, the action of the rod don't matter all that much. But when you're dragging, that action does make a little difference.
I never really thought about that, because it's a certain rod that just, and I ain't gonna name no rods, a certain rod just does it. I mean, it outperforms the others.
Yeah, and we see that a lot. And I know for us, depending on current speed, if the current's really, really fast, I mean, really ripping, we get that a lot during the spring. As much as I like them, there's just certain rods I know I can't take with me, because they just can't quite handle all the lead I have to throw to keep my baits down. Other times, like during the winter, when the bite's really subtle, well, I'll bring those lighter rods with me to see a couple of those bites that those big rods won't show me. It all depends on the conditions.
All right, well, I'm gonna hop off here and get the shower because I gotta go take Tara's car, get the oil changed on it.
Yep, I'm fixing to jump off too. I'm just getting to Vicksburg, Mississippi. I'm halfway to work.
All right. Well, thanks for fishing today, and maybe one day we'll meet again.
Perhaps one day. But until then, congratulations to the Licking King and his Big Johnson.
Oh, I'm never gonna hear that one down.
Glad this is
No, you're not.
listed as an adult.
Yeah, you might want to list this one as not kid friendly. That chat there for the longest time was getting pretty bad.
I'm thinking about having T-shirts made. Really
I
am.
dare you. I dare you.
Yeah, don't dare me. All right, Lee. Thanks for letting me come up, brother. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, see
All right.
you.
Yeah. You should have seen the chat back a little bit ago. Brandon, Catfishing Dreams, and Lou was getting a little out there.
I was seeing it. I was trying to ignore some of it. But it's kind of hard to ignore when it's Big Johnson. Didn't that used to be a thing back in the 80s?
What's that?
Big Johnsons?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
There's
sure.
actually there's a funny video of a guy singing about Big Johnsons. You should look it up.
I'm pretty sure back in the 80s, maybe early 90s, there used to be T-shirts made. It was, I don't know, it was like Drive My Big Johnson or Ride on My Big Johnson or something like that. And it had them boat motors, pictures of them boat motors.
Well, this one's a guy singing about this girl coming up to the marina where he was at, and it was tied to the dock, and she was talking about the boat, and she's like, "Is that yours?" He's like, "Yeah, that's my Big Johnson," and it's this whole song. You got to look it up. Just look up Johnson outboard motor song or something like that. It's hilarious.
It is good, Uncle Lou, to see Mike MI6.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're on your own. I got to get in the shower. I'll be listening.
See you later, brother.
Yeah.
On my own, all by myself. Well, Matt, you ain't used nothing. Do you use a medium light and catch a fish over 20 pounds? That's fun. I think it's harder to catch a fish, drag it, pull the weights on that medium light, but every now and then you get one on that medium light, man, you'll go 3 eyes deep. He said he likes Lou's rod. You gonna make J-Dog jealous. Hey, Kentucky, I don't know if it'll be ready by this weekend, but Will Green's supposed to be opening up September, early September, 1st of September, but you can, Matt. I go through the same thing. Same issues of doubt and self, And I feel to myself, what a wonderful world. Cause the skies are blue, clouds are gray. Kentucky, no 7 foots or heavies. But I'm going to tell you what, Kentucky, that place is going to be overwhelmed for probably the first month, 2 weeks to a month. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the country will be out there. Well, as soon as that weather starts turning a little cool at night, it starts getting down into the 50s. Good Lord, hang on, children. I've learned a lot about baits and where to get baits now, so said, I'll be at Eldora this weekend and maybe doing some fishing. You can't fish in that pond up there, Brandon. It's illegal. They won't let you. Well, I seen a big buck up there the other day, Kentucky, right on the backside of the lake. Out on the roads. I went down that road. Ooh, Lord. That's right, Uncle Lou. You talk him into it, because you talked me into keep going. I'll give up several thousand times probably in the past 2 years. And hell, I've even listed the boat and selling everything I own. And then finally get out of that funk. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing any deer hunting this year. I don't know. But I have a place to go. I don't have a place to go anymore, so unless it's public land. And I just seen there was a guy shot at Land Between the Lakes last year, public hunting, and then up here at Cleaver at Frankfort, there was a guy shot there. There was like 8 in the state of Kentucky that was shot. None of them was killed, I don't think. I think that maybe that guy on Land Between the Lakes. No, I don't know. Well, y'all, we've made it to about 10 to 11. This has been an hour and 36 minutes. No, they don't around here, Brandon. They just bundle up and start drinking whiskey instead of beer. Well, y'all, let's see if I can figure out how to do this. How do you do something? I'm trying. John Parker sent me a picture, and I'm trying to figure out how to save it more. Forward that thing, but it only gives me my phone numbers on here. You're going to Alexandria. How do I put it in Messenger? I don't know how to do that. There's the picture. And I click more. I want to save the picture. Okay, yes. Okay. And then I go to my pictures. And there it is. I knew it. I knew it was in here somewhere. I put it on Messenger. And I save it to Messenger. And I put it on Lee Evans. There him is. And I sent it to him. Now I think I can go to here, present. I don't know. Huh. I don't know how to do that. I used to know all kinds of tricks and stuff on here. What did I miss here? I don't know what I'm doing. Lee, when you come into T-ville Lake. I almost came up this past weekend, but I know I got a Tennessee trip coming up, and I'm trying to save as much money with going down there so I can enjoy myself without stressing over having to have gas money to get back home. Probably still do that anyway, but riding it on fumes. Where do I find that? I don't have my glasses on. I can't see nothing. It's saved to my phone, and I sent it to me. How do I do that? Dang on it. Present. Share screen. Windows. No, that ain't right. Chrome tab. No. Y'all just have a look. I'll figure out how to do it. 6 ounce pimple. Well, somebody was just talking the other day. They was making them heavy duty weights. Heavy duty dragon weights. Make them yourself, Matt. To be honest with you, it's probably the best way to do it. You can get what you want and how long you want. All right, appreciate it. What's DM mean? Direct message? How do I do that? Share it on. It don't give me an opportunity to share to YouTube. Not dragging weights. And then there ain't no other way that you need to have anything. Dragging and drifting, baby. You just need dragging weights for dragging and big old egg sinkers for drifting. Hey, let's see it. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I got to upgrade, and I ain't done none of that. Yeah, that's all paid stuff. I can't do that no more. I'm old. Pencil weights are good for rock areas. Don't get snagged up with mud. I get snagged up if there's a pebble down there. I don't know how to do that. I think I sent it to myself on Messenger, didn't I? Didn't I do that? I think I did. There I am. All right, pen forward. That to I don't know. All right, y'all. It's been fun. It's been real, and it's been real fun. Had Mr. Jeremy Creole, the Catfish King, and I've had the Big Johnson Licking River King. All right, y'all. It's 11 o'clock. My baby bear shortly. I'm going to have to find me something to eat for lunch before she gets here. I appreciate y'all coming in. I love each and every one of you, y'all. Don't forget it. And that's all. Why can't we all just get along?